We're live, yeah!
Whoa!
Good evening!
Welcome
to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. My name's John.
And I'm Sarah.
And
we're back.
Thank you for stopping by. We really do. And we appreciate your visits.
Mm-hmm.
And we hopefully we have something of value to
share
with you tonight. And I think we do.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Our first story actually comes from Dana Nichols at the Stockton Record. In today's record, he reported that the state may actually change the allocation for the jail funds. And I'm sure most of you remember we all voted on Measure J last week to provide a match funding for a new jail facility, a 240-person jail facility for Calaveras County. And at that time, as far as we know, all of the money was up for grabs, but a steering committee at this point,
those dastardly steering
committees.
Is it their fault?
It's their fault.
It's their fault.
Actually, a steering committee for the, I have to read this so I can get it right. The Public Safety and Offender Rehabilitation Services Act of 2007. Exactly. Well, there's no acronym.
No acronym.
To just read it out to you. That provided the $650 million to help update jails in the state. The steering committee recommended that $600 million of those funds actually be allocated to counties and cities with populations of over 700,000. And the remaining $50 million be allocated to those with populations under 700,000, of which there are 31 out of the 58 counties.
Right.
And Calaveras County is one of them. So our sheriff, Dennis Downham, and Amador County Sheriff and Tuolumne County Sheriff were all down at the state capitol today explaining to the oversight committee in a lather as to why this should not be. So I believe it is in December that the actual official sort of paperwork will come out as to how these funds will be allocated. And then there will be public comment. So that's what's going on with the jail money now.
And it's my understanding that if we don't get the money, then the bond doesn't go into effect, right?
That was my understanding.
Okay.
Absolutely. So we will just have to see. But I always think with small counties, watching how small counties have to interact with big counties in the state of California, it's just like the English against the Spanish Armada. You have to be quicker, faster, and you have to just figure it out a little better. And look what the English did against the Spanish Armada.
Against the Spanish Armada.
Think about it. So that's what's going on with jail funding.
So we just need to remember the Spanish Armada?
That's right, and be like the English.
Be like the English.
Be like the English.
Or what was that other Churchill quote? This was obviously, they probably forgot a few battles, but the English always managed to lose every battle except the last one.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting
I think
quote.
they threw out the War of Independence against the States.
I think that was a skirmish.
The Revolutionary, right.
It was just a small
skirmish. That Revolutionary War they kind of threw out.
We didn't own them anyway.
And all they remembered were like the real ones, like Waterloo. And,
that's right.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
the English.
Yeah,
be like
Spanish
the English?
Armada. Be like the English.
We're getting off on a tangent here.
Yes, be tenacious. That's what I'm saying. Be tenacious like the English.
All right. Should we switch to a little bit of local news?
Well, that was local, kind of
but
local.
I mean, that was hard news. That was jail.
Yeah, but you went to a meeting today.
I did go to a meeting today.
Is that what you were going to talk about?
I was going to do the Bret Hart thing.
Oh, okay. Let's do the Bret Hart thing.
Now, if you've been driven through Angels Camp in downtown, there is a beautification project that was completed on Saturday, November 10th. More than 20 students and 15 adults participated in planting downtown yellow.
That's right.
There were 50 barrels and 1 Nandina compacta.
Wow. I have to scroll down and take a look at this myself.
Huh. Okay,
That
anyway.
must be
English,
the flower.
Yes, and 500 King Alfred daffodils.
Yes, 3.
All right?
Yes.
Okay.
So in each of the barrels was 1 Nandina compacta, 64 6 4-inch yellow pansies, 3 clumps of daffodils, a total of 9 bulbs, 300 pansies, 50. Yes, Nandina compacta, dwarf heavenly bamboo is what those are, and 500 King Alfreds were actually planted in all of these.
And there we
50
go.
barrels.
See?
Yes. And they were working hard because I drove through there on
it's
Saturday
very pretty.
morning, and they were working very, very hard, and it looks beautiful.
So there's 50 of these barrels.
Yes.
That have
Downtown Angels
Downtown Angels Camp.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, kids.
Very nice. And adults
Bravo.
too.
And adults
That's right.
too. So
For Beautifying Angels Camp.
Beautifying Angels Camp.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shall we move on to less fun news? But maybe this is kind of a business / development piece, community. I don't know what to. But there was a very nice
I won't give
meeting.
my comment on it, but you attended a broadband planning meeting.
I did.
Today,
I attended a broadband
which was very
planning meeting.
appropriate for Mr. John Hamilton because he is the owner of the PineTree.net, and you know all about.
And if you're
stuff.
watching this online, then we know you have broadband
That's
because
right.
if you're on dial-up, you ain't
not
watching
happening.
it. So we have there is a soft spot in our hearts for all things broadband.
That's right.
Now I'm probably going to get this wrong. The ATCAA-CETF,
Which stands for.
Amador Tuolumne Community Action Agency.
That's right.
Now, this is an umbrella organization that has lots of different little projects. You know, they do. They have a lot of really nice projects. And what they try to stress is access, applications, affordability, accessibility, assistance equals adoption.
That's
All right.
right.
On the nuts and bolts of this is they are the driving force behind getting a grant to help fund and foster broadband development in the 3 counties. And there's quite a bit of money at stake. They're looking at getting $250,000 per year for the next 3 years. So you're looking at a grant of about $750,000. And there's a lot of different ways. They've had a meeting in Calaveras County today and in the Sequoia Room that was well attended. There was several department heads from county government, several members of the local telecom industry folks showing up. They're having another regional meeting on the 28th over in Sonora that we'll try to attend as well. But and the whole goal is to foster broadband, which is a good thing.
Yes.
So this is
Well, broadband, I mean, by having more broadband in the county, it not only drives the internet and news business, but it also drives sort of commerce. As well, because people
one of the things I think
can telecommute.
And there was also members, representatives from the Chamber of Commerce there. And one of the things for Chamber of Commerce is in their guise of getting increased revenue into the county or in more business growth into the county. And we know going on in Calaveras County now, there's a long protracted process for the general plan update. Some people want to slow the growth down in the county. Some people want to leave it as it was. But one of the things that we can do to foster economic growth in the county without really having, you don't have to have a smokestack industry. You don't have to have any of the other stuff, is if you have really good ubiquitous broadband access, then we will be able to attract smaller high-tech firms, because I think this would be a perfect target in the county for that 30 to 40 strong, small, high-tech firm that has more of a targeted niche that if they want to balance lifestyle issues, I think Calaveras County would be a perfect place.
Exactly.
And still not be too far away from a major airport that if you had to travel, you can still...
It's doable.
It's doable.
It's doable.
Without extreme pain.
That's right, because it's only about 2 hours to Sacramento.
And so I think I think that is one of the things that would really help Calaveras County fiscally, because if you get hey, another 40 or 50 people around per company that are making 7-8 figures for sitting in their pajamas half their time typing. It's not a bad thing. They might actually spend some of that money here.
That's right. They would probably spend it locally, because this is sort of what happens. I'm going to go on a tangent here. What happens is when you live in Calaveras County or any other sort of rural county, when you first move up here, you go off the hill a lot. You leave the county a lot. The longer you live up here, the less you leave the county, so the more you're spending the money in the county. So it benefits the county.
Yeah.
So what happened at the meeting? What did they decide?
They were planning to plan.
Okay.
Now, there were some surveys on, identifying the scope of the problem and things like that. And Michelle Shelton is the driving force behind it. And she sent us, and bless her heart, she sent us to over 200 pages of documents.
200.
Not in this packet here, but we'll post those on thepinetree.net. So if you want to read all the background pieces on this, there's going to be over 200 pages of PDF stuff that you can just read. And if you're trying to download that on a non-broadband connection,
don't.
I'm sorry.
You will be there for days.
You'll be there a while. You really will. You'll be there a while. So anyway,
so they're planning to plan. For broadband, more broadband in the county. And
there's money that they can help foster broadband development as well.
Okay, very nice.
So it looks like, and really this is something where there's going to have to be cooperation among the telcos and things like that. And there's some interesting things that were some of the local telecoms, including the parent companies. Yes, there were some representatives of Volcano, Caltel, some of the other. They actually have done a very nice job rolling out broadband to areas. For example, the Copperopolis area has very nice, in some instances, I believe, fiber.
And that's
working
local.
in fiber to
Those
the home.
Those are local companies providing that.
Right. And so there's a lot of good things to say, too. And I guess is if you're looking at bragging rights amongst the local counties, Calaveras County actually has the best broadband access of the three counties. And Tuolumne County, bless their hearts, they're just on the wrong side of the river.
Excuse me.
No, just kidding.
They got us beat for box stores and those types of
yes, but for broadband access, Calaveras County is still ahead. Yeah,
exactly.
Because there's a couple things. Like we know that the when AT&T sold off the cable companies over there, from what we've heard from people, is the cable. We've mentioned this before. The cable network in Tuolumne County. They have it patched up now, but it
left a little to be desired.
It had some work, as did the Pac Bell network, the SBC network. It had the telephone line, and it was an issue. So, and also the trunk going into the county,
which is the main pipeline.
the main pipe was smaller than the Calaveras pipe too. So we may be fewer in numbers here in Calaveras County,
but we're more connected.
We have more we can move more packets. We can neat. Oh, okay, all right. We're really going down there. We're really going. But anyway,
definitely.
Broadband is a good thing. There will be you'll be hearing more of that from the ATCAA CTTF.
That's right.
They are approaching grant funding for $750,000.
Where's the grant money coming from?
That is the interesting thing. When AT&T merged with SBC, they had to set aside $60 million to foster competition. So this is not even coming. All right, here we go.
It's the antitrust.
California Emerging Technology Fund. All right, a nonprofit corporation established pursuant to requirements from the California Public Utilities Commission in approving the mergers of SBC, AT&T, and Verizon MCI. The merged companies will contribute a total of $60 million over 5 years to advance broadband.
It would be nice if they just used that $60 million to lay more pipe.
Yeah, you would think so.
You would think, yeah.
And what is broadband, might you say? It is traditionally anything over 200 kilobits per second.
Wow.
So really, if you're going to move, pictures to the grandkids if you're going to email those or watch clips such as this.
Yes, you need something
Yeah.
better than dial-up.
Something better than something. And we are proud to say that Sarah, she was feeling like a second-class citizen.
That's right. I was
She was a dial-up customer.
I was a dial-up customer, and I was actually hooking up at either 9 or 14 kilobits per second. Is that the kbps
yes,
or whatever that is?
And that is we
it
felt
was painfully
very
slow,
sorry for her.
But then I moved, and I now have DSL.
There you go.
And then I now apparently am able to access a higher grade of DSL. I found out yesterday.
A higher plane of existence.
Yes, three.
Right?
What's
3 megabits?
Yeah, 3 megabits.
3 mega what's a
per second. That's right. Boy, I'm just going to be glued to my computer watching YouTube all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should say I should be watching Calaveras County Nightly News.
Yeah.
But I lived it.
But
so.
you lived it. You were there in the moment.
That's right. That's right. And actually, on to a little different type of news is congressional district candidate, third congressional district candidate.
Yes.
It is that time of year again, people. And not only is the 3rd congressional district up for grabs, so is District 4 in the county, Mr. Tom Tryon's seat. And as we have seen, there's actually 2 candidates actually vying for that seat too. But if you want to meet the challenger for the 3rd congressional district candidate, Dr. Bill Durston is running against incumbent Dan Lundgren. Again, he ran against him during the last election cycle. He is having some coffee clutches in Calaveras County.
Coffee clutches?
Coffee clutches, which is kind of cool. And they are taking place Sunday, November 18th from 10 to 1 p.m. Carolyn Nunn is having coffee at her home in Forest Meadows. You can RSVP to 728-8104 if you'd like to meet Dr. Durston. Or you can go on Sunday, November 18th from 3 to 6 p.m. And Margie Oswald is having coffee at the clubhouse near her home. And you can RSVP to Bill, 795-3023, or Margie, 795-1534.
All right.
So there is the challenger to incumbent Dan Lundgren coming into Calaveras County, and you can meet him and ask him questions.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like my wife sent me an update. See, I would be nothing without my
I saw that update.
wife. Yes, here we go. This is the one spent. Is that the one speaking?
This is after Sheriff Dennis Stanham actually spoke in Sacramento today.
Okay.
Before the State Correction Standard Authority, which we had talked about a little earlier in the newscast. And
was there anything we hadn't covered?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to speak in an acronym. The Correction Standards Authority, who are deciding about the allocation of the money, is expected to put another draft of its proposal
early December,
and public will be able to comment on it at that time.
Public comment. We like public comment.
Yes.
That's
at that
always
juncture,
fun.
there will again be a time to comment. And I tell you what, if the comments from Amador and Calaveras are anything like the poll that was done for the big game last week, they will be inundated with comments. So, you know,
if
you support
these
the jail,
small counties are nothing if not vocal, right?
That's right, exactly.
Nothing if not vocal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bear Valley.
We were at the Bear Valley Business Association's meeting this morning.
Wow, you were just all over the county.
We're just all over the place.
You were up the hill, down the hill.
Yeah, we're just all over the place.
Just all over the place.
See. And this is basically kind of a fun thing because they are getting ready for the season, so all they really need is snow.
That's right. They're just waiting for the snow.
Yep. And the meeting was held in the Bear Valley Lodge. Mm-hmm. And they are actually, let's see, where is the link to the business association? We're just we're just going off the reservation here anyway. All right, okay. But anyway, the meeting was very nice this morning, and what it is there was a an update from the Hill, from Martine, the new CEO up there, giving a little update, and also Rosie Sundell was giving some updates, different things like that, and a couple things that are kind of cool. One, Alpine Lodge, Lake Alpine Lodge, is picking up their snowcat tomorrow.
Oh, they are.
And this is going to be something that I think is going to be a real plus for the area. And what they're going to do is they're going to be open year round at Lake Alpine. So what they will do is when they close the road there at the end of Lake Alpine, they will come and get you in their snowcat. So it's like taking the ride, and Martine was interesting in saying because he spent time over in Switzerland, and he was saying there's several restaurants over there in Switzerland that the only way you can get to them is by a horse-drawn carriage.
Oh, very nice.
In the winter. So, yes, it may be a snowcat and not a horse-drawn carriage, but...
Same premise, though.
Same premise. So, if you would like to have a romantic, nice dinner during the winter, they will come get you at the turnout there by the snow park thing. They'll give you a little snow park parking permit to put on your car while you're there.
Okay.
And then take you back in for dinner.
Wow.
So once you're back in there, it'll be snow all around, nice and quiet.
You could take your wife there for a nice romantic evening.
I could. That would be a nice thing. But also, I think should be one of those things that hopefully will become a tradition in the area, that at least once a year.
Cool. Now, are they going to open the cabins to stay in? Because there was some talk that
they're going to open the cabins. Are going to be open year round as well.
Okay, all right.
And they're already booking out.
Well, it's a very unique opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You're up there with the road closed, the snow around. You can look out over the lake.
It's beautiful.
And it will truly be like you're someplace else. Right?
Okay.
Well, I mean, it will be one of those things that, how even though if you're fairly close to home,
it's a very unique opportunity.
You'll still feel like you are.
You're not going to get this almost anywhere else.
That's right. And that little couple tidbits is all of the foreign... Go ahead.
Who do our viewers need to contact to be able to make reservations either at the restaurant or for the cabins at Lake Alpine?
Well, let's give you a phone number. Here we go. The Lake Alpine Lodge.
There we go.
753-6358 and asks for Steve or Gigi.
Okay.
And tell him you saw this on the Pine Tree.
That's
or
the news.
The news. Yeah. Also, a couple little tidbits is every year you may notice that the whole corridor takes on a very foreign flavor.
Foreign.
In a good way. Because there's a lot of the college students from South America and everything else that come here and work for the entire ski season. Now, this year they have more... I guess what it's there's different classifications of these visa. Some of them that allow them only to stay till March.
Yes.
The student ones, then there's one the H2Bs or whatever that will allow them to stay.
All a little different.
Yeah. And this year the good news is they have more H2Bs, so they can stay full time. And the first wave starts arriving on December 2, and there are at least 65 foreign nationals that will all be housed in the Tamarack and Bear Valley area.
Wow.
So you may be hearing some different dialects and some different...
That's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of... And most of them, if you're very gracious, very... it's kind of the cream of the crop. They didn't send the dregs up here. They...
But they're staying all in a certain area, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to mostly be up there from Tamarack to Bear Valley. Another couple things is the Hill has been making the rounds to all of the TV stations in the Bay Area and also the Sacramento area. And now, for the first time this year, you may see when they do their weather reports that Bear Valley will actually show up as an actual location.
Very nice.
So,
wow.
That's it. That's my little Bear Valley piece.
Things are looking up.
Yeah.
Definitely. And actually, we should go to weather. Okay, Arnold weather. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 62 degrees. Friday, mostly sunny with a high of 60 degrees. And Saturday, actually partly sunny with a high of 56 degrees.
All right, Bear Valley, since we were just there, we'll talk about them again. All right, tonight, mostly clear with a low of 41. Oh, and the other one is they started making snow.
Yes.
So they started making snow a few days ago when it was below freezing, but tonight with a low of 41, they're not going to make any snow.
No.
But Friday, this is mostly sunny, high of 58 tomorrow, low of 38 Thursday night. It's 57 and 48 on Saturday. But it looks like Saturday night, low of 33, maybe. So, slight chance, but if it chills a little bit,
maybe. Okay, well, we'll look for that.
Yeah.
Murphy's weather, Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 71 degrees. Friday, mostly sunny with a high of 68 degrees. And Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 68 degrees.
And for our friends and
Bangor,
viewers in
Maine.
Bangor, Maine, 54 degrees today with a low of 42, similar to Bear Valley-ish weather. 50 and 40 tomorrow, 42 and 24 on Friday, which Bear Valley would like to have.
Yes.
And 39 and 23 on Saturday. So don't bang your fingers when you're doing those lobster cuts.
No, definitely not.
Cold, and it
It'll be-
always hurts more when it's
very cold. Very cold. Angels Camp weather, Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 70 degrees. Friday, mostly sunny with a high of 67 degrees. And Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 68 degrees.
We thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll take you out with more flowers from Angels Camp.
Yes.
And we will see you back here tomorrow night.
Mañana.
And we thanks for stopping by, and we hope you have a grand and glorious evening. And
Enjoy
Good night.
yourselves. Good night.
hey, and we're back, and we cut
That's
out a
right,
minute
we
early,
cut
and
out
we
early.
forgot Copperopolis weather. So
That's right.
here we
Here's
go.
Copperopolis weather. You go to Valley Springs.
will.
See, I even have my water out now.
Yeah.
Okay, Copperopolis weather. Wednesday. That's today. Doesn't work. Thursday, 68 degrees, sunny. Friday, 65 degrees, getting a little cooler.
Valley Springs.
Saturday, 66
Whoops,
degrees.
Sorry, didn't mean to talk over Sarah there. Tomorrow, Valley Springs, 67 and 47. Friday, 67 and 47. And Saturday, 64 and 42.
That's right.
Did we do it?
That's right.
All
I
right,
think
now
we
we're
did
going.
It. Now we're
Now
going.
we're going. All right.
Good night.
See you later. Good night.